Hey guys, Weir, roadtoroot.com. Standing on the top of a gorge at the Columbia River. Just amazing in Washington. I'm on day 8. We're on day 8 of the Freedom Road trip. The show yesterday was spectacular. It was so much fun. So many cool people. I got to meet a lot of you Road to Roota people. I tell you, Road to Roota people are the best people in the world. Absolutely. And then, of course, they all love Litecoin. I never got to sing the Litecoin song. I'm sorry, guys. We were just so enthralled with everything we were talking about and doing. I sang a lot of other songs, but we never got to the Litecoin song. We did talk about Litecoin a little bit. But we were talking about freedom and what's happening to our country and how we can change it and how we're going to change the world out there. And there's a lot of us trying to do it. And there's a lot more than you really know who feel it in their heart and in their soul that something is wrong with our country. And we're fighting. And something is wrong with the world. But I think it starts in the United States. We are that beacon on the hill if we want to set an example for people. In the future, we have to stand up and take control of what was taken away from us, which was our monetary sovereignty, our say in how we live, our freedom of speech, our right to breathe the clean, fresh air. No chemtrails today. A lot of sun out today. Put my glasses on. And it was all about freedom. I want to thank all the speakers who came out. David Morgan gave a great talk on freedom. It was going to be metals and freedom, but he didn't really talk much about metals. And I've seen David get in this mode where he's like, it's all about individual liberty and freedom. And he called all these veterans up to take a bow for everyone. It was a really touching moment, and he talked a lot about the changing the United States and fighting for freedom. Loved it. Benny Wills was amazing with his poetry that is right on the edge of edgy. It's edgy. It's flat out edgy. But he talks about all the things that we talk about and we get banned from talking about on YouTube. I loved it. And his fiancée, Sonia English, sang two songs. Awesome. Unbelievable voice. Unbelievable spirit. Thank you guys so much. Eric Zachman talked about, that's the money changer guy. He's awesome. He talked about a new idea he has for guerrilla adoption of cryptocurrencies. He's an educator at heart. That's what he does. And he's working on being a capitalist. Because I was talking to him, he's like, it's so hard to ask people for money to support an education thing. I said, no. Think about what capitalism means. And should you be charging for what you do for a living? Don't feel bad about saying, hey, this is going to cost you X amount to take this course on cryptocurrencies, or asking people for donations. Capitalism is all about getting paid for what you do. And an easy way to think about it when you're asking someone for money, like monetizing a YouTube channel or asking someone to go join your Patreon channel, what is the opposite of doing that? The opposite of doing that is socialism. You're forced to give it away for free. And we all know how bad socialism is. So when you're thinking about, okay, I have a business, I have to charge people for doing what you do, number one, the only people who are going to buy your services are those who think it's valuable, which is great. That's the way it's supposed to be. And if you don't think, if you undervalue your service or what you have to present to the world, you're not going to feel good about what you do. And I was talking to Benny, and he's kind of the same way, because he's out there doing, if you need a speaker at your event, Benny's the man. Oh my God, he's awesome. But he needs to start charging more and charging full on for his services. We live in a capitalist world, which is the greatest thing. Or we're trying to live in a capitalist world. Unfortunately, the United States left capitalism years ago with the Federal Reserve and the banker bailouts and the FDIC insurance and all this bullshit that the nanny state comes in, and the regulators. That's not capitalism. They're there to run cover for the criminals. There should have never been a bailout in 2008. That's not capitalism. That's socialism. The concept of capitalism is awesome. The problem is no one, probably at any time on planet Earth, has ever tried to live in a world of pure capitalism. And remember, the opposite of capitalism is socialism. Is there a fine line between? Maybe. But I would rather err on the side of capitalism than err on the side of socialism, because we all have seen and are seeing what socialism does to a country and a people. It makes lazy people not work. It gives people no motivation to wake up and strive for something better. But then again, we're inching our way there, unfortunately, with these crazy Democrats in Congress. I mean, there's so many examples. I can't wait for the debates. If this election happens, I'm not so sure it's going to happen. If we have a collapse between now and election time, I can't see another election. At least I can't see it going off the way it should. With the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, we might not have any Congress people left to run for office. I'm hearing a third of them are going to leave. Either leave by, I'm all of a sudden officially stepping down, or they'll be arrested for their crimes, or they'll start confessing that they were blackstoned, meaning Jeffrey Epstein and the Mossad, who he worked for, and the CIA and the NSA and the bad guys had co-opted his, they blackmailed these guys in Congress, so they had to do it. They had no choice. I think that's bullshit. You always have a choice. The whole reason this went on for so long is that we didn't exercise that choice, and the choice was to throw these criminals in jail. And with Epstein going to jail, that's a huge sign that things are happening faster and faster, which is great. So I'm hoping socialism goes down the toilet, and I'm hoping that with the crash of the financial system, it doesn't get blamed on capitalism. Because capitalism is the only way to freedom, and socialism is the only way to true destruction of your freedom and of your monetary system and of your country. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about, forcing a doctor to give free services. That's basically what's happening, or forcing you to pay for someone else's medical care who doesn't take care of themselves, type of thing. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the mountain. And it's really beautiful here. Just look at that. It is amazing. My lovely wife, Amy, is all of a sudden working her ass off with this cleanse thing. If you guys want to do the cleanse, you're going to have to join the Telegram. Amy, in the video, Amy tells you where to get in touch with her. She's working on a website now to give people more information. But remember, this is just, I keep telling her, you don't have to go crazy on this. It's a very simple thing, this cleanse. It's a organic raw food cleanse. 3 weeks. The first week is just raw food, real food. Fruits, nuts, and vegetables that you find in nature. And that's it. No caffeine and no alcohol. None of this food is cooked. Second week is the same thing, except stuck in a blender and made into smoothies. And you can make all kinds of flavored smoothies, especially with fruit. I love the fruit smoothies. You feel guilty because there's so much sugar, but it's natural sugars in these fruit. And I lost 25 pounds doing it. And then the third week is just juice. You take that smoothie and you just make juice. So that is it in a nutshell. So please don't overcomplicate it. Amy's like, well, they want this and they want this. I said, babe, this is a group of people getting together with the idea of becoming more healthy, eating raw foods to increase our vibration and energy. It's not a diet, it's a cleanse. It's trying to clean out our insides and increase our vibration. And that's the idea. It's very simple. It's very simple. But she's working her heart out, her ass off and her heart out. So if you're interested, the cleanse starts on Monday, the 22nd. And Amy and I will do another video a couple days before, just to get everybody ready. But there's already close to 100 people in it. And everybody's so excited. And everybody's throwing out ideas, which is awesome. Keep it on Telegram. Don't make Amy do too much. She's in the car right now working. But she loves it. She's having a blast with this because she knows how important it is. And she's been screaming at me about this since I've known her. It's important to take care of your body to be strong for the fight we're about to lead. Or be led into. Or lead. We are the leaders of the cryptocurrency wars, of the freedom fight. It takes people like you and me and our community to awaken the rest of the world. And in order to do that, you got to be lean and mean and healthy. and very healthy. The healthier you are, the more you're able to spread the message. And the message was spread throughout the room last night up in Spokane, Washington at the Freedom Roadshow. I want to thank everybody who came, and wow, what an event. And hopefully the next show that I have planned, there might be more, but is August 17th in St. Louis at the Bitcoin Ben charity function. It's outdoors. Ben is really excited about it, and so am I. A lot of people coming into town for it. So if you're in the St. Louis area or just want to fly out to St. Louis and join the party, it is August 17th. I will be there singing crypto songs and talking about freedom, because it resonates with people, and that's where I want to be. I can't tell you the amount of how invigorating it was for my soul yesterday to be in a group of people who are so hungry for freedom and liberty in a world that kind of has been stealing it away bit by bit. So bravo to everybody who went to the show, and thank you guys for supporting me on Patreon. And it means a lot to me that you're there and you're willing to pay a little money to have the work that I do presented to you. And it's called capitalism. And capitalism is a good thing, because the opposite of that is socialism, and we all know what happens there. So thank you again, Patreon. I'll let you guys look at the river for a little bit, and then I'm gonna run and make Amy's. It's funny because we got a little role reversal going, because she's always telling me to stop work, take a break. For the past 5 days since we announced this cleanse, she's been, oh my God, I gotta do this. It's kind of fun. I'm not saying anything. I'm like, time to take a break, babe. I love it. It's very fun. Anyway, this is Big Square, Road to Ruta. Enjoy the scenery.
Litecoin is the right coin as a means of exchange. It'll buy you a cup of coffee when lightning is arranged. My bank is on my cell phone. I'll walk in any store. Scan the code, no time to load. I'm walking out the door, and every crypto's got a purpose. Everything's about to change. Litecoin is the right coin as a means of exchange.